right. I guess, you know what? I'll just get started. We are gonna do like the raffle part first, so that's super exciting. But then the remainder of the meeting is all gonna be talking a lot about recruitment. So thank you guys for coming out. There's a lot of you here. All of exec is gonna have the chance to speak to you guys today, so you'll like have a lot of information about just everyone's positions. And I hope you're all super excited to learn more about PSAMA and the exec board. So if Marissa, oh, you know what? Marissa, you can go ahead and share your screen if you want to do like the wheel for the raffle.
Okay.
Let me know if you can. I hope you can.
Oh, no, you need to enable it.
All right. Off to a fantastic start.
Well, while we get started, thank you to everyone who purchased raffle tickets. We raised $451 to donate to Thon. So that's really awesome. A lot of people participated. So it was a great turnout. Thank you to the retail partnerships team within the retail division for putting this amazing raffle basket together and for all of your hard work this semester.
Yeah, the raffle basket looked amazing. So great job on them. Definitely super excited to see who wins.
I know, I'm jealous who wins. Okay. All right, here we go. Are you kidding?
Yeah, run that back. That was rigged.
You know what? My name's in there like 20 times because I paid $36.
All right, so you deserve it.
I actually wanted it because I need some more PSU clothes before I graduate.
That is so funny. Okay.
Wait, but you know what? Maybe I'll like give away some things in my basket that I don't want, so that
give it away on your Instagram.
Share the wealth.
Perfect.
Wait, okay, so then we have to do another. One sec. So I have to share my screen and do another raffle for like the two highest donations, which is also me and Maddie because we tied at $36. But you know what? Like at this point, Maddie, you can just take the $25 gift card because I don't want to like win again and take everything. So maybe we'll just scratch that. What was that?
That's so noble of you.
Yeah, you know, I just feel bad. But maybe Maddie would win anyway. I don't know if she's on the call, but I'll have Melissa like send the gift card to you after.
Yeah, and then Luann, we'll get you the basket too. Alyssa has it right now, so we can figure that out.
Yay. I'm excited.
So exciting. Congrats.
I get to use a gift card for P-Mans and Champs. That's like a freaking
I know. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
All right, I'm gonna share my screen again. I just like don't even know where my browser went, so that's amazing. Okay. All right, now we're in present mode again. All right, thanks Marissa for doing all of that. That was fun. We are now gonna transition into talking a little bit more about PSAMA. So I know like a lot of you guys have heard this a lot this year, so I don't want to, you know, make it too extensive here, but I'll just go over like a few details. So basically PSAMA stands for the Penn State American Marketing Association, and it is a premier marketing organization in SMEAL. We also usually rank like top 5 chapter of the AMA, and AMA is basically like the parent like organization that oversees PSAMA, and they also oversee like 370 collegiate chapters worldwide. So every year there's the conference for AMA, which is the ICC, and basically we compete with other chapters and try to rank again as top 5. So the PSAMA vision is Penn State AMA looks to provide members with tangible marketing experiences and turn business students into business leaders. And then we have the mission, which is to provide its student members with real world business experience, not just limited to fundamentals of marketing, but also exploring all professional and rudimentary skills business. So that's a little like quick spiel about PSAMA. Does anyone like have questions about this before I move on? Okay, so if you do, you can just put them in the chat box. I'm sure like Jackie or someone on exec will speak up about that one. But we have our PSAMA strategy. So right now we have around like 7 upper exec members, and each of them is a VP for a different part of the organization. So VP of operations, VP of AMA, VP of finance, VP of communication, VP of community and social impact, and VP of professional development. And we all work together as a team to make sure that we're giving you all these NACE attributes here in the middle, to make you well-rounded and ready to hit the ground running. So it's not just one of us like making you well-rounded and hit the ground running. It's really a group effort here. And these attributes seen in the middle come from a study. It's the National Association of Colleges and Employees or Employers. And they say that employers are actually looking for these top 10 attributes. So this is why we want you guys to get all of these skills throughout your year in PSAMA. So just a deeper look at the NACE attributes and how you get that being on exec. This is a lot on one slide, so I won't go through all of this individually, but it is important to know that as an executive board member, you really do get to get all of these skills on here, which make like awesome talking points in an interview. I know I've been able to relate a lot of the stuff that I learned throughout this year in my interviews, and it has been like super helpful. So this is experience that you want to get, and you will get it being on exec board. I would say probably like top skills for me, just overall as EVP, I've learned a lot about leadership, working on a team and really like using your team for whatever help that you need. And also just being able to take initiative, not only just doing your role, but trying to help out your team and work out just other problems and stuff that your team members have. So it's a lot of work, but it's really helpful in, becoming a leader and getting all the experience that you need. So moving on to the value received by the exec board. We like to say the PSAMA operates like a business. So it's the closest experience that you're ever going to get to the real world. Just because we really do have like the executive board, Jackie works to maintain one side of the organization and I maintain the other side of the organization, but we work together ultimately to meet the goals of PSAMA. We all learn to become well-rounded and ready to hit the ground running. So you'll hear those words like 1,000 times throughout the year. They're not going anywhere. And I would say for exec board, you really learn these 2 things way quick, like at a fast pace compared to just a general member, because you have to adapt and work on a lot of things really quickly. And you're constantly networking, which gets you much closer to gaining a job and an internship. So not only are you networking with companies and recruiters out there, you also get that experience. So when you're networking, you have all this great experience to talk about, which is literally going to get you a job. So you can see like past PSAMA exec board members, they work at all those companies down there. And we do have a 94% employment rate, which is a boost from just being an active member and is a boost from just being like a normal regular student in Smeal College of Business. And then moving on to like the structure of the executive board, as I was saying before, Jackie's president and she runs this whole entire side of the organization. And then I'm EVP, so I usually deal with all of the division side of things. And that's really like all that this picture shows. We have 32 executive positions open. Again, there's 7 upper exec. And then we have all of these lower exec positions here that you guys can all show interest for and apply for as well. And then here's just like a better look at our upper exec board. The VP of Communications, VP of Professional Development, VP of AMA Relations, VP of Community and Social Impact, and VP of Finance will all be speaking today. So you'll get like a closer look at what they do and what like the people they oversee do as well. And then just to start off with my side, since I'm already talking, I'm the EVP and I really oversee the MDs and the ADs of each of these 5 divisions. So I'll let them take it away. The first one that we have here is retail. So Marissa is going to talk a little bit about her responsibilities and what she's learned this year.
Yeah, hi guys. So as the MD of retail, my main responsibilities are really to just lead and oversee the entire division as a whole. I basically lead the weekly meetings, as well as oversee each project. I communicate with the members on a daily basis and answer any questions that they might have about retail related instances. And I also just ensure the projects stay on track in a timely manner to finish by their due date, in which they're due by, as well as schedule speakers to hold information sessions. So we've had some great speakers this past semester. So yeah, and then who oversees me? Luann oversees me, and then I oversee my AD, which is Liz. For time commitment purposes, I would say probably for the MD, it's about 3 hours a week. It's a little heavier in the summer as you're preparing each project and kind of getting ready before the school year starts in the fall. And then I would say the time commitment for the AD is probably about 2 hours a week. Same thing, more so over the summer as you're preparing and they're helping out with the MD to get ready for the semester in the fall. This position has helped me to develop as a leader and definitely strengthen my communication skills as well as public speaking skills. It's just made me more comfortable as a whole. So I definitely got so much out of it. And then for more information and other questions that Luann had asked me, there's a video here that was recorded for any questions that you might have.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'll be moving on to MD of sales. I think Jake should be here.
How's it going, guys? My name is Jacob Feist. I'm the managing director of the sales division. Some of my main responsibilities included overseeing the division, just like Marissa said, planning projects over the summer, running weekly meetings, and really just coming up with ideas of for what members to work on throughout the year. So Luann oversees me, and I oversee my AD, which is Leanne. The time commitment is 1 to 3 hours per week. Like Marissa said, it does vary during the summer. You're putting in more work, trying to figure out projects, try setting a schedule, coming with a bunch of ideas. So honestly, the better off you are throughout the year is how much time you put into it in the summer. But on the heavier weeks, I would say it's maybe around 2 hours just to come up with meetings, plans, ideas, just getting in contact with people who are going to come speak to your division. And then specifically, the position has helped me develop by giving me better communication skills, stronger leadership skills, better public speaking skills as you're talking to a lot more people, and time management skills. Taking this on top of classes while working too, it's definitely doable, but it just helps with time management. If you have any more questions, you can watch the video that's provided at the bottom, or reach out to me directly, and I can talk to you on the phone or really tell you more about the position.
Awesome. And just to point out a key point, I know Jake said a lot of the planning comes in the summer. If you prepare more in the summer, it sets you up for the fall. So I would definitely emphasize that if you get a lot of stuff done in the summer, it will be a way easier fall semester. So for honestly, all the roles, this applies. But I'll move on now to MD of sports.
What's up, everyone? My name is Nick Giordano, and I'm the MD of sports. My main responsibilities are pretty similar to everyone else. We plan and develop the projects over the summer, and we're also responsible for the completion of those projects. We run the weekly meetings, and we make the weekly PowerPoints. And then also just attending exec meetings on Sundays, and also trying to get to as many PSAMA workshops as possible. And then who oversees me and who do I oversee? So EVP, again, that's Luann that oversees me, and she does a lot of help with all of us. So definitely a big resource is your EVP. And then the MD oversees the AD, so that was Nate Taylor for me. Time commitment for the MD, it's about 1 to 4 hours per week. And then the AD, it's pretty much the same, but maybe 1 to 3 every now and then. It'll vary slightly. And then how has this position helped me develop as a professional? Definitely leadership skills, being responsible for those projects and reaching out to different companies. Communication skills, just talking to a large group once per week. And then work ethic and time management, just kind of staying on top of everything and making sure the division is just running smoothly. And then for more information, again, just a nice little video there, or just reach out to me directly in the GroupMe.
Perfect. And then I think something important to mention too here, how you were saying it varies per week. It really does depend like week by week. I feel like for each position, just because like one week you can have more, like you can spend more hours on like a certain project or task that you have. And you just have to be mindful that if you are going to be on exec board, you do want to like attend other events that PSAMA is having because you do want to like lead by example and make sure you're just attending and encouraging other members to go too. So marketing analytics, Luke, you can hop on and talk a little bit about this.
Hi, my name is Luke Pinitelli, and I'm the MD of the Marketing Analytics Division. This was actually the first year that the Marketing Analytics Division was a thing. Before it was the Consulting Division. So main responsibilities are pretty similar. You know, I worked over the summer to help set up some of the projects, decide what we were going to do, what conferences we were going to attend, any case competitions that might be relevant, leading the weekly meetings, delegating tasks to the ADs, creating the PowerPoints. A lot of this was just working with my AD and the EVP and, you know, just using those resources that those two people provide you. So the EVP oversees me, and then I oversaw the AD, which was Matt Lanza. Time commitment pretty similar to everybody else. It's 1 to 4 hours. I'd say probably on the upper end, but it still wasn't too bad. Time commitment for the AD was 1 to 3. And then the skills that it gave me was pretty similar to everybody else. I think, you know, just the skills of being able to delegate tasks to someone else and having those managerial skills and really be able to pass down some of the, you know, this marketing analytics. So pass down the specific marketing analytics skills that you might know to other members and help them transition into the working world. And so as the MD, you know, I kind of thought what exactly I could do to make this a little bit more tailored and specific to the marketing analytics because people are interested in your division because that's what they want to focus in.
Awesome. And then lastly, we have DM&A. I think Caitlin, Julia said that you'd be taking over this slide.
Yeah, sorry, her connection wasn't strong enough to
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just gonna read her slide for her. So yeah, this and the MD of this division is Julia, but she couldn't make it. But if you have any questions, there's that video on here, and I'm sure you can reach out to her over GroupMe or me or Shayna, the other AD. But her main responsibilities are similar to the other MDs, just running the weekly division meetings as well as planning out the projects over the summer and then just throughout the year, overseeing those projects as they go on and make sure she's in touch with the division members to see how those projects are going, along with just being the main source of information for the members and kind of contacting the speakers and things like that that come into the meeting. And she is overseen by Luann, and me and Shayna are her ADs, and her time commitment for this division is about 3 hours per week, depending. For us ADs, it's usually about 2. And she says that this position has helped her develop professionally because she's become a lot more confident in public speaking, also just in herself as a leader, and being in the manager of this division has taught her a lot about navigating challenges, working with others, and being organized. So yeah, she's sorry she couldn't make it, but if you have any questions for her, feel free to reach out to her over GroupMe.
Awesome. Thanks, Caitlin. So next we have VP of Communications, and then the people that she oversees will be going next to talk about their roles.
Hi, everyone. My name's Kira Dizen. So like Luann said, I am the VP of Communications. So basically my main responsibilities is I do a lot of the recruitment for members. I'm the person that like brings on board all of our members and make sure that they're put in the database. I oversee and do the weekly emails. I organize the points and like, you know, everyone's status. So if you ever need to look for that, look in the weekly emails, you'll see where you are. I oversee and run the mentorship program. I do a lot of the event, well, I help do the event planning. And then other than that, I oversee the brand strategist, the alumni and faculty relations chair, and member relations chair. Who oversees me is Jackie, the president. Like we've talked about already, time commitment definitely fluctuates depending on like what I have to do that week. If I'm running an event, it obviously is like another hour out of my day or more just to get it ready and going. Other than that, you know, just doing our weekly meetings and then any other like stuff like the emails, whatever it might be. It definitely fluctuates, just depends on the week. This position has definitely taught me like a leadership role, better time management. I've definitely had, not the best at managing that in the past. And this has definitely, made it a lot easier for me to like get that stuff together. Public speaking as well. Something I also struggled with that I feel like it's definitely helped me get a lot better. And again, event planning and organizing. If there's one thing that I wish like for, whoever takes over could do a better job than what I did this year was definitely have a time that you and your team meets. I will say that my team, they all have very different types of positions. So, and they're all really great at what they do. So not all the time do I feel the need to have to check in on them because I know they're getting it done. I see it happen. But as a team, though, you definitely want to communicate and be on the same page. So just create some time like every couple weeks to meet up. And I think it would definitely be better and more beneficial for the team's sake that everyone's knowing what's going on and on the same page. And that's one thing I haven't done that going forward, I definitely want to implement. Outside of the team improvements, you guys all see my weekly emails. I will say at times it's hard to get the information at like a timely manner. Sometimes I'll get them like very last minute. So for overall, whoever takes over this position, definitely make sure you set a deadline for everyone to send all the information that you want in the weekly email. So it doesn't, affect you and your time and your schedule. And if you have any questions, definitely either text me or group me, whatever the case might be.
Awesome. Thanks, Kira. So now the brand strategist can go ahead and speak about her position.
Hi guys, I'm Paige Pleviak. I'm the brand's. What, did that work?
No, yeah, you're good.
Oh, sorry. I'm the brand strategist this year. I'm mainly in charge of running our social media accounts and our websites. Running our social media accounts, I'm basically in charge of posting all the posts on the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And I spend a lot of my time creating those graphics using Canva, and also a lot of my time is spent editing and managing the website. That is definitely the biggest time commitment because I'm constantly getting things to update. And yeah, who oversees me is the VP of Communications. Time commitment, 2 to 5 hours a week. It is definitely heavier on time when I have to edit the website. You do submit it for a competition every year. And so when I had to edit it right before the competition due date, that took a long time. But that's only when you have major edits on the website. And this position has definitely helped me develop like digital marketing skills, learning how to use Canva to create the graphics, as well as learning how to use Squarespace, which is the website we use. And also just like time management and communication skills as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Paige. And then if Joey, you want to take over the slide, you can for this position too.
Hey guys, my name is Joey. I'm the Alumni and Faculty Relations Chair. My main responsibility is just sending out monthly emails to both the alumni and faculty. And then I also manage the database I have. And if there's ever communication between the club and them, sometimes they go through me. And then this year, something new we had was the faculty panel to help people like schedule for the next semesters. So that's something that they'd probably keep doing. I'm overseen by the VP of Communications, Kira, and then usually I spend probably like an hour a week, but then near the end of the month, when the newsletter is coming out, that takes a little more time, but it fluctuates. And I've learned a lot about time management, communication skills, and this event planning through this position.
Awesome. Thank you, Joey. And then lastly, we have the member relations chair.
Okay, hi, I'm Carly. I'm one of the member relations chairs. There's 2 this year, so it's me and then Adeline. Our main responsibility is to facilitate relationships and engagement between all general members and the exec board, such as planning events outside of school and division meetings. So not really like PSAMA related, but it's like all the members that are in the group. I'm overseen by the VP of Communications, and the time commitment's about 2 to 5 hours a week. It depends, like everyone else has said, like if something's planned, then there's going to be a lot more time that you need, but then if it's like a slow week, there's not much. This has like a huge typo and I just fixed it, but it didn't come on here. But this position has helped me learn how to successfully plan and execute events, as well as how to communicate with a team and how to promote events to a large organization. I also got to like learn how to use like Canva a lot because I felt like making like a nice like little graphic for like an event would help a lot. So that was like a lot of fun to do with that too.
Awesome. Thanks, Carly. And then we're going to move on to VP of Professional Development. So Romina, you can take over.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Romina, the Vice President of Professional Development. Main responsibilities. So I work closely with the companies, all of our sponsors, as well as like companies that come in to speak with us. So from that perspective, I am working all summer to gather company contacts and sell the sponsorship program. And that's basically what I do from the summer on to this point now, just so we can connect those companies to all of our members. So that's from the company perspective. From the member side, all the workshops, you're probably seeing me text all the time in the group me about a lot of different events coming up. So our main responsibilities are the workshops, information sessions with companies, and the two large events that we just had. One in the fall was a networking event, and just had the career fair. Also responsible of collecting all the members' resumes, sending those to our sponsors, and just cultivating those relationships with our sponsors. We have a etiquette dinner at the end. Yeah, so a lot of it is working closely with the companies the whole time, finding them, closing on sponsorships, and making sure that our members are connected to them through all those PD opportunity events. Secondly, who do I oversee? I see the professional development chair, director of events, corporate sponsor director, and they'll go into their roles. Basically, they help me with the ins and outs of planning the event, finding the sponsors, and making sure that we're all on the same page at the same time, and making sure that the members get jobs at the end, because that's the main goal. Who oversees me is Jackie, as well as Dr. Carter, that you'll work closely with in this position. Time commitment can vary. This is a pretty heavy role, I would say, as long as you are planning it really well in the summer. The one thing with this role is that there are events usually every single week, so it depends on the week. But main goal, a big goal this year was to keep really good connections with our companies. So I spend about an hour or two a week just talking to all of the sponsors and possible sponsors and people to come speak with us. So it really depends if like how important it is to you to have those relationships with the corporate sponsors, because it's really important to me. So there's a lot of hours spent just networking and talking to them, and then planning the events, executing the events, and making sure the social media part of it is right. So you're going to be working with a lot of the other VPs and the lower exec members for this position. How has it helped me? I mean, everything I've said, there's so many different things I've learned from it. One, I've gained so much confidence in my communication, speaking to other people, and just believing that what you're doing is going to be successful. Time management for sure, leadership, the team management, and delegating tasks to other people. Yeah, so a lot of that goes together with my role. Event planning has been really fun. And lastly, so the one thing I would want to improve for next year, just to increase those sponsorships for in a good direction where we are now, but it's always good to get more, as well as member and get engagement at all of our events that we have.
Thanks, Romina. So we'll move on to the corporate sponsor director.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm the corporate sponsor director. My main responsibilities are it's a new position to help Romina basically with communications, with getting new sponsors, inviting them to our various events. And I do that through LinkedIn, the Career Center, really just communicating like in any way I can to try and get PSAMA out there. Some of my main responsibilities are helping organize our events and inviting the sponsors. And also we try to invite a lot of the other companies that may not sponsor us, just to, again, get the most exposure that we can for our members to meet as many companies and get the best jobs you can. And then I'm overseen by the VP of Professional Development, which is Romina. Time commitment, again, it varies like a lot of the other positions. I definitely agree that for this in the summer, I think it's most vital, since when we're planning sponsorship packages and everything, it's nice to do it in the beginning of the year so they get all the benefits throughout the whole year, because halfway through then it gets a little bit confusing sponsorship wise. But towards the middle of the year, I'd say it's 1 to 2 hours a week, besides when we're planning events and we're trying to invite as many companies as possible throughout those outlets. This position has honestly helped me learn how to communicate with like people in the real business world, honestly, trying to understand how to communicate effectively, quickly, what outlets work the best. Like, honestly, LinkedIn's my best friend now because I think everyone always answers. And also, the best part about this position, in my opinion, is I'm in direct contact with a lot of recruiters from like these companies that we're asking to come to our events. So I know that my name's always getting out there. You're really getting to know the people from these companies that may want to hire you. So that's like a personal benefit. But then obviously just learning how to communicate with everyone, I'd say, is the most thing that I've gained from this. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. All right. So now professional events director.
What's up, guys? I'm Ryan. I'm professional events director, and my main responsibilities include I organize and manage the fall networking event and the spring career fair, which are the two large events we have every year. And then I also help the VP of professional development with anything they need, whether that's reaching out to companies or organizing for other events or anything like that. Who oversees me is the VP of professional development, which is Ramina. And then time commitment is 1 to 5 hours a week. It really varies. So around like the fall networking event and spring career fair, I'd say I'm doing a lot of work, and a lot of hours are being put in. But other than that, like it's pretty not a lot of work. And then how has the position helped me? Networking, time management, leadership, organization skills, communication skills, all the above. I think most importantly, organization skills, because you really have to juggle a lot of things, and it's really helped me with that. So yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out to me.
Perfect. Thank you. So then lastly, we have our professional development chair. Is Alex on here?
Hi guys, I'm Alex. I'm the professional development chair this year. My main responsibilities are to help coordinate events, the presentations and workshops that PSAMA gives to you guys. I also do a lot of communicating with the recruiters to have them come and speak at our events. And I help Romina by organizing and just assisting with the events overall. So who oversees me? The VP of professional development, so Romina. The time commitment, like everyone else, it really varies depending if we have like an event that week. So I would say anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a week. And this position has helped me with like my communication skills, organization, and time management.
Awesome. Thank you. So now we're going to be moving on to the VP of AMA, and she'll go over like her responsibilities and all the other AMA positions. I think Sophia should be on here.
Hi guys, I'm here. My name is Sophia, so I'm the VP of AMA Relations. So I do actually a lot of event planning, which includes the marketing week, regional conference, which is actually coming up this Saturday, and the case competition as well. And my team also works on managing relationships with other universities. So like attending their events, for example, which typically we would do in person, or we would at least try. And then typically I would also have a really heavy hand in planning the trip to New Orleans, which is for ICC, which is also coming up this spring. So this position has definitely changed a lot, as has everyone, just with the pandemic and everything. But yeah, my position basically oversees just the marketing week director, regional conference co-directors, there's 2 of them, the case competition director, and then the chapter relations chair. So you have definitely a nice, really big team helping you out and to work with. The time commitment, I would say 7 to 10 hours per week. Definitely heavier in the fall. And I know that in previous years, marketing week, case competition, and the regional conference all happen in the fall. So if you're a person that likes to get a lot done more at one time and can handle that time commitment, I say this is for you. Typically the spring is a lot easier, way more relaxed. You would only have to do the ICC. The only thing that changed is regional conference this year is also in the spring, but not too bad, still really evenly distributed. I didn't say this, but I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Jackie oversees me. And then, yeah, this position has helped me so much to become a better professional, definitely becoming a leader, facilitating teamwork, time management, really, really critical skill, event planning, like I mentioned, and even just like soft skills, like communicating with people in organizations. Like for regional conference, we have some awesome people coming and just like communicating with these pretty high up executives, like people who are the director of marketing for like Red Bull, for example, and just, you know, putting yourself out there and being able to talk to these executives is definitely pretty scary at first, but it helps you grow a lot. And I can't stress enough how many answers to interview questions I had just based off of like challenges I've faced in this position, even like successes I've had in this position, just so many great things that come from it. So I definitely recommend. And then one thing that I want to improve, I would say, is just long-term planning. I think that's the big key for this position is just making sure you're planning up to the event, you know everything that's going on. And then even like promoting the event so people actually come and participate and really have an idea of, you know, what to say and what to do during the events as well. And then just more teamwork between the team because there are so many people on the AMA team and there's definitely a lot of opportunity for collaboration as well. That was a lot. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
Perfect. Thanks, Sophia. So the regional conference co-directors can hop on everyone wants to.
My name is Elise, and I'm one of the conference co-directors along with Carol Ann. And so basically our main responsibilities are just to reach out to companies and find speakers. And typically you find 2 each, and then it's also your job to kind of stay in contact with them and keep them updated on everything, and also make sure that they understand the theme. And then you also have to invite the marketing faculty and like come up with ideas for the companies and students that are, you know, interactive and keep everyone engaged. And then usually when you're in person, you would also like book the rooms and the atrium in addition to like ordering the food or like any hotel arrangements that are needed. And then for who oversees me, it's Sophia, the VP of AMA Relations. And then I think Carol Ann is going to talk about that.
Hi guys, I'm the other co-director. So for time commitment, I would probably say it's about 2 to 3 hours total. Same with everyone, just depending on the week. In the beginning, it's a lot of planning. And then towards the end, it's a lot of preparation, but it is really doable. And the position definitely helped a lot with time management and organization skills. It's a lot of planning when it goes into planning the regional conference or just any event. So it definitely helps with that. And then also a big part of the role is just talking to business professionals and the potential speakers. So it definitely helps with your communication and professionalism as well.
All right, thanks guys. So we're moving on to the AMA chapter relations chair.
I don't think Mia is here tonight.
Oh, you're right. Do you want to go over her role, or like I can just read off the slide too?
Yeah, I can quickly do it. So Mia is our chapter relations chair, which is actually a position we weren't able to fill last year. So we were really happy to have it in this year. And definitely her work was on the lighter side this year, just because typically when we would be attending other schools' conferences, like Temple, for example, we would have to plan like the travel to get there. Like if we're staying overnight, like request funding, all these different elements go into it. And that would really fall under her responsibility. This year it was all virtual, so a lot of that responsibility was taken away, but she was definitely a big player in like just reaching out to other chapters, keeping things organized, like when we went to Whitewater, like putting people in categories for different competitions. And it definitely, as she wrote, says it helped her make a lot of connections with other schools and students and gain better time management, organizational skills, communication skills, and professional skills.
Cool. Thanks for doing that, Soph. And then Marketing Week Director.
Hi, I'm Marcella. I'm the Marketing Week Director, and my main responsibilities were coordinating speakers for each division to speak during one night of Marketing Week. So I'm sure most of you were at Marketing Week, so there was a different speaker every night. Who oversees me is the VP of AMA Relations, which is Sophia. Time commitment, it's about 2 to 4 hours a week, which is mainly in the summer, because if you get everything done in the summer, like everyone was saying, you have less work during the fall semester. And marketing week's in October, so you get it pretty much everything done by then. This position has helped me develop great communication skills with professionals and like figure out responsibility for holding multiple events during the week for a lot of people. I also learned how to be more organized when it comes to planning multiple events during the same week, because it can be a little hectic when you're emailing like multiple people about the same week, and like you don't want to get dates confused and everything. But yeah, if you do most of the work during the summer, it's not that bad during fall semester.
Awesome. Thank you. And then I think this should be the last one, but we'll have the AMA case comp director speak a little bit about her position.
Hi, everybody. My name's Courtney. I'm the case comp director. My main responsibilities are to lead a group of PSAMA members in completing the yearly case comp. So a big responsibility of mine is to arrange weekly meetings for the whole team to meet. And we work on the case weekly, and sometimes we'll send you home with like a little bit of work. But that time's really great for the whole team to work together. And I also delegate responsibilities to members in order to get the case completed on time. So I oversee the team, and then I'm overseen by the VP of AMA Relations, so Sophia. And then the time commitment is 2 to 4 hours a week, but it's all in the fall because you submit it. This year it was due, I believe, like December 9th. So definitely heavy in the fall, but as long as you get a head start in getting the team together and everything, it's not too huge of a commitment, and you can definitely stay on top of it. And the position has definitely helped me with developing my leadership skills when managing a team. My organization and time management skills were also really developed in this role. And working on the case helped me develop critical thinking skills to come up with a solution for the case and everything.
Awesome. And then I think the case like usually gets released pretty early. So if we do get a case comp director like pretty early on, then like you are free to start like right away. And that just helps you like plan and just have more time overall to like have your weekly meetings and get everything done by the time it needs to get done by. But thank you for going over that, Courtney. We're gonna have VP of Community and Social Impact go over her role.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katie, VP of CS&I. My main responsibilities provide community and social impact events to members, as well as oversee the Thon chairs. I oversee both Thon chairs. They both going to be here tonight, so I'm going to run through their 2 slides after this slide. Jackie, the president, oversees me. The time commitment, like everybody's been saying, over the summer, it's a little more, and then as the school year goes by, it kind of mellows out. This position has helped me with time management, presenting skills, more interpersonal skills. It definitely got me out of my comfort zone. So if any of you are trying to like take that jump, definitely go for it. It definitely helped a lot. And one thing that would help me help the next person improve for next year is just like a debrief on the past, for my position solely on the past companies we have worked with, especially with Corona. Like some people weren't interested, some people declined, and it would have just like cut some corners if I kind of like got more info on that. And then, well, for Melissa and Maggie, they've done a great job accommodating Corona with all the things that they had to, all the ideas they had to create for Thon and stuff like that. So Melissa, the reason why they both couldn't be here tonight is because they are our 2 Thon dancers. So they had a mandatory dancer meeting. So Thon is next weekend, so definitely cheer them on. And I have to shout this out. Thank you to everybody that donated, but if you haven't yet, your donor drives, if you can, Thon is next weekend, so the timeline is coming to a close very soon. But for Melissa, Thon Chair, engage members to donate with planning and running fundraisers, connect to our Thon family, attending workshops, monthly reports. She oversees Maggie, the family relations chair, and then I oversee her. Depends on average 7 to 9 hours a week. And then she has developed ability, create and manage marketing materials to encourage member participation. Also with Corona, it's been definitely like a tricky challenge with that. And then, Wayne, if you could go to Maggie's slide.
Sure.
Thank you. And then Maggie's slide, the FR chair.
Keeping in contact with our Thon family. They just went to dinner the other night, actually. They have a cute picture. I can send that in the group me. They submit biweekly reports. They plan Thon events, attend workshops. Melissa oversees her 2 to 6 hours per week, depends on workshops, and helped her grow creatively. OMG. She had to learn how to plan events over Zoom. I agree with her. Come up with ideas to get people involved. Communication skills, keeping in contact with our Thon family, and engaging people to be involved with Thon. So that's all for us. Thon is next weekend.
All of that.
Yeah.
Something just real quick to add to their positions, they have to attend separate Thon meetings in addition to PSAMA meetings. So just like keep that in mind, but that's what Thon requires for all like primary chairs to do.
Cool. And then lastly, VP of Finance.
Hey guys, I'm Sam. So to keep it kind of short and not repeat everybody else, basically what I do is I create and maintain the PSMA budget, and my job is to communicate with everybody else and the members and sponsors. So that could be like making sure that things are paid on time and making sure people are paid on time as well. I handle and approve all transactions related to the organization. I oversee the accounts, ASA and PSAMA, so that involves like reaching out to ASA, which is a totally different kind of like category in a way. So like people that are older than us, kind of weird, I don't know, but they're nice people. And then oversees me is Jackie and then Dr. Carter. Time wise, 3 to 10 hours a week, but it's never going to be more than 7 hours. Like I kept it a wide range because in summertime it can be like around 7 to 8 hours when you're making sure like all the sheets are kind of made for the annual reports and whatnot. And then during the year in the fall, it's like 1 to 3 hours during the school week because like you're just reimbursing everybody back. Okay, so moving forward, the position itself, I kind of developed a lot in like my work ethic and being able to organize really well. So like I was able to communicate with people that were in the business area. So I was able to have a good mindset and kind of increase myself and like how I'm gonna make sure I can do my job the best way possible. So like Sundays, I would give out like a Sunday would be my day of like PSMA stuff. So it's kind of how I learned to kind of maneuver myself around. Overall, I mean, this position was really huge for like my job where I work now and like even the future because now I'm in the mindset where I can like shoot out proper emails, which sounds kind of boring, I know, but like I was helpful a lot of the time. And then for the next VP, I hope that they can improve with improving like the reimbursement organization. So I feel like during the year, I got caught up a lot in like the reimbursements. There was like 100 receipts coming my way and I was like overwhelmed, like who owes what, I owe this and that. So there's definitely a way to improve that. And also lastly, to kind of be more involved. I feel like no one knows who I am and I'm kind of like behind the scenes a lot. And this is the most I've talked all year, but I hope the person next year can kind of talk a little more. So that's all I got for now.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
And then he actually doesn't have like a team of people, so it's just Sam.
Yeah, no, I'm all alone. It's all right. I'm handle it, I guess.
All right, cool. And then if you're interested in applying, feel free to reach out to any of us. You can group me message us. There's some phone numbers that people put here, so you can just text us or even email us if you want. I would say like a lot of the information is repetitive. And like it can be overwhelming to hear about everyone's roles right now, but you kind of learn as you go. I wouldn't be afraid to like jump into a position or at least learn more about it because it is like super beneficial. It really does help you grow as a person and as a professional. So definitely don't be afraid. Please reach out. We're really hoping to get an awesome exec board next year. We had an awesome year so far. So we're hoping like we set up a good foundation for the next year.
I also wanted to add, Luann, even though it's a finance role, I know you guys are all marketing majors, like don't be shy to like hit me up because this role involves a lot of other things as well. It's not like all finance stuff. So just letting you guys know.
It's always good to learn numbers too. So yeah, if you're interested in applying, feel free to scan the QR code. We're thinking of closing the application within the next 2 weeks. So definitely like don't really procrastinate it. If you want to ask questions, ask them as soon as you can. And like feel free to have conversations with all of the people on exec board and like really get to know the role because we did like, kind of go over like surface level, but there's a lot more that we can talk about for each position. And it's only going to help you prepare for like your interview in the future. So all interviews are going to be over Zoom just because we're not really in person right now. So you can expect to have that over Zoom. You're going to be talking a lot about your vision for the position, what you want to improve, any new ideas, initiatives. And you can always ask questions at the end of your interview. And because we're asking you all these questions in the interview, it's also really good to start asking these questions to the people on exec now. Because if you kind of know like where they want you to improve, where they saw things like go wrong, or just like different areas of improvement overall, you can always ask them and kind of get their perspective and build like on all of that. Um, and yeah, outside of the specifics of this position, you can always just like read a lot more about PSAMA. It's super important to know a lot about PSAMA and also AMA. At first, it's like kind of confusing and it's hard to grasp, but the more that you learn it and like you're able to talk about it, it's actually super helpful for your position and like the goals that you want to set for your position and all that stuff going forward. Does anyone like on exec board want to add to any of this stuff before I move on, or does anyone like have questions on anything right now?
I'll add something. Just across the board of like any executive positions, it was mentioned a couple times. It is such a great component to any interview, to anyone you are speaking to. The role really does give you a lot of experience that you can apply to your later life. As like PSAMA, like we said, it's structured like a business. So really think about applying. It's really worth it, and it'll help you in the long run with your career search.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
got one more
yeah,
thing.
you
Actually.
go.
My bad about that. To say this in the most like, I don't know, like humble way possible, I guess. I mean, but like this club will get you a job. Like I got a job last summer because of this. I went to an interview and they go, "Oh, PSAMA, like I know someone, whatever, whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "You're hired because of PSAMA." So like I'm telling you, like you should probably like apply for a BP role. It'll help out a lot.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people can say the same, similar to Sam. And I know like a lot of people are still going through the interview process now, but it does really help you get the job. And like I mentioned before, in like the early slides, talking about the NAC attributes, you really do learn all those skills, and you can have like a whole conversation on what you learned about each skill, which is going to be so important in every interview that you have, because they always ask you like, tell me about a challenge, tell me about a time you had a challenge, like tell me about a time you like had problem to solve, tell me about a time you like worked in a team. Like you are always working in a team with PSAMA, and you should use your team, you should communicate, you should delegate. There's just like a lot of essential skills that you can learn, and I think just confidence overall. Like if you don't think like you're capable of holding a role, like it doesn't matter, because over time you are going to be able to learn everything about your role and you are going to gain that confidence. I would just like, give yourself time. But you do, like by the end of your position, I feel like everyone definitely got so much better than like where they started. So don't be afraid. No, I spoke, but does anyone else want to add? Okay, cool. So I'll move on. So we do have some upcoming events. I know I can let Sophia talk about regional conference a little bit more if she wants to, before I like dive into the other events coming up.
Yeah, we're getting excited. It's coming up this Saturday. And I'm sure you guys have heard this a lot, but it's over Zoom. It's been emailed out a bunch. You have to register through Eventbrite. And then when you actually buy the ticket, and you get it for free if you're an AMA member, which everyone should be anyways, then you get a follow-up email from Eventbrite, and then you have to click like get Zoom link to register. And then you would just register like you registered for this GBM, or like you registered for past events. And then it gives you like the actual Zoom link. And there's so many steps just because of like security issues and like Zoom bombing. We're like trying to make it as closed of an event as possible, but definitely get excited. There's opportunities to win like iPads, AirPods, $50 gift cards. And literally all you have to do is post on social media. So it's like this most simple thing ever. You don't even have to participate in a competition. So I highly recommend coming. And you also get to talk to like amazing people from amazing companies as well. So definitely show up. It's mandatory anyway. So we're excited to see you guys there.
Awesome. And then if you go as like a member, you also get like free membership for the ICC, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's also like a really good kind of benefit that you get from going to, just because the ICC has like a lot of other good speakers too. And there's a lot of like case competitions that you can get involved in there too that were very different from the ones that we had this past semester and also last semester. So there's just like a lot more to get involved in. There's a lot of networking opportunities. So definitely go to the regional conference, and then you can also go to the ICC for free if you do go to the regional conference. But that's on regional conference. That's this Saturday, so please make sure you're all there. And then February 15th, we have an LD workshop. We're gonna keep doing, or we have a Google Analytics workshop February 16th. We're gonna have 2 more division meetings before February ends. We're going to have a Stanley Black and Decker workshop February 18th. There's a Pitt AMA regional conference, which is February 20th. You can really just pop in whatever time you'd like for this one. It's just like another opportunity that you have to network and hear speakers. And then we have Thon also February 19th through the 21st. So there's definitely a lot upcoming. Manage your time and see like which events you want to go to. But we're excited to see you all there. And then thank you all for coming. I hope you learned a lot about everyone's positions and that you like find a position that really suits your interests. And just scan below so that you can get your attendance points.